Ricky Martin has led the Latin music revolution for decades. He first exploded onto the airwaves with his 1999 hit Living La Vida Loca, paving the way for other artists such as Luis Fonsi, whose hit Despacito has broken all streaming records.
MTV have secured for Gibraltar in Ricky Martin an artist that is in the charts, who has at the moment a massive hit, but who also has a great back catalogue of songs. This is a man who has decades of his career already behind him, and I think he's going to entertain those who are fans today, those who have been fans in the past. And it's exactly the sort of act that we might not have been able to reach ourselves in the context of the festival as we were organising it, and therefore I think this is a sort of added value that we see MTV bringing already.
He's in the charts, but he's not really a current star. Do you think he will still appeal to the younger audience?
Well, with 1.1 billion views on YouTube alone of his current hit in the charts and another few billion streams of that song, I would dispute that he's not actually a star that is already reaching out to young people. This is an artist that reaches crossover languages and crossover generation audiences in a way that others might not. So I'm very pleased indeed to have been able to make this announcement.
He obviously has a huge Latino following. Are you expecting a huge increase in ticket sales once news of Ricky Martin gets out?
We've had a number of artists from Spain in all of the music festival events that we've had since we started after 2012. We've had La Deja de Van Gogh, we've had Rosario, and we've had a number of others which have been very popular. So I think that part of that appeal of the GMF has been also reaching out to the area around us, not just the Campo de Gibraltar, but beyond, and bringing audiences to Gibraltar who are interested in the English language artists, the international artists, and also interested in the Spanish artists. In this instance, the artist that is representing the Spanish language is a crossover Latino artist that appeals as much to English speakers as he does to Spanish speakers, and who will be singing in English as much as he might be also speaking Spanish in the context of some of the songs that he's going to sing. So I think a very wide appeal across Gibraltar, across the generations, and upwards from Gibraltar to the Costa del Sol and the Campo de Gibraltar.
The Chief Minister emphasised the importance and value of Gibraltar's local bands playing in this year's music festival in terms of global exposure. Jetstream, After Hours, Angel Wings and others will all be included in MTV promotional packages, as well as spin-off programmes that will be screened worldwide. Obviously plenty of kudos points with MTV in the background. How will that translate in practical terms for Gibraltar? How will we benefit?
Well, it translates into the advertising value of the spots across the MTV network in Europe and the world. It translates into a program on the MTV stations. And I think this is an important thing to remember, that we're going to have two programs produced by MTV. Those will be on the European networks of MTV and on the international networks around the world, including the Viacom network in the US, and those will be the MTV Gibraltar Calling Music Festival programs, 45 minutes each. What better way to reach out to the world, especially in this political moment in which we find ourselves, to get the Gibraltar name spread out around the world.
Ricky Martin will be headlining the festival on Saturday, the 2nd of September, when no doubt he'll be shaking his bonbon on stage and sending the audience into a frenzy.